Hi everyone on YouTube, this is Michael Coffey from Cloney Survival School. Today I want to talk about a very important subject that we all can get an idea of, and that is the basics of survival. Now, in the basics of survival, there's only three real elements that we need to look at, and that is protection. That would include your shelter. Also, it would include fire. Fire will keep insects away. It will also offer heat, and it will give protection from the cold. Also, we need to start thinking about water. We can only survive 3 days without water. So it's vital that you have water purification tablets, to have a clean source of water. If you don't have a clean source of water, you're going to need to boil water. So you need a metal cup to boil the water. Also, you need to start thinking about food. Whether it's fishing equipment you're going to use, or various methods of traps. But it can be done. Also, you can take into consideration, have you practiced those skills of hunting? And third would be rescue. Waiting to get rescued, or trying to signal for help, or trying some method or some attempt to get rescued from your situation. Also, with that becomes another subject, long-term survival. Are you prepared mentally and physically to survive long term? Now, you can ask yourself these questions: that am I able to survive a week in a remote area if I get lost, or if I have an accident, or if a friend has an accident? Do I have the skills that would enable me to survive, and how would I react to that situation? How would I deal with that situation? A lot of the time we don't think about the actual situation until it occurs. And this is where the problem lies with survival. You don't think about it until you actually are in that situation. Now, I remember back to when I first started to do survival training and learning the basic skills to keep myself alive. And I was wondering, if I was thrown into a dangerous situation where my life depended on it, depended on me knowing what to do, then it comes down to this one clear fact, that I'd be for to have the knowledge and not need it, then to need the knowledge and not have it. And that's what we need to look at in the survival mindset, is that we need to have that idea that it is not going to be plain sailing. It's not going to be 5-star luxury hotel that we're going to be in. In real life, survival situation, we're going to be dealing with a cold, harsh environment. You're going to be building a shelter out of natural materials. It's not going to be the most well built or really a place where you would get comfortable. It's going to be it's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult to adjust to the environment at first, and also it's not going to be very easily to get a good night's sleep. More than likely, you're going to be dealing with that sense of fear that you're in a situation that is out of your control. Also, you're dealing with the fact as well that if something goes wrong, that you're not going to have the luxury of being in an urban area where you can dial the emergency services for help. It is this that you're going to have to think with a clear mind, trying your best to, whether you're building a shelter or if you're moving downhill, or if you're doing something that could involve you getting injured, you must really think about the risk that it will pose to you, that you gotta treat everything with that mindset that you have to do it with the least amount of effort, the least risk to yourself, that you don't get injured, because that survival situation is going to turn really nasty if you have a bad injury, and that it could become life-threatening, and it could make the situation even worse by not assessing the risk that the task that carrying out the task will have on you. Now, you have to also think in the mindset that you're going to have to prepare to rough it out. Nobody said survival is going to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be learning the skills, and everybody who will get into that dangerous situation would come out alive. There's a lot of statistics on the internet. If you searching search engine and just type in the amount of people that died in remote areas who got lost, uh, who have who have missed read the train or misread the situation, or just failed the plan and failed to pack the necessary items that they would need in that location or train that they're planning to go out into. It's very easy to underestimate Mother Nature as well, because just by you thinking, oh, I'm just going hill walking, I don't need to carry that much stuff with me. You fail to bring a flashlight or a spare batteries for your flashlight, or warm clothing, or extra food, or first aid kit, or a survival kit. This could be a small little tin containing various survival items like a forest steel and other things. And how about waterproof clothing like a rain jacket and a rain trousers to keep the rain and the wind from lowering your body temperature. Yeah, things like these, that if you fail to have these items like a map and a compass, or if you fail to tell somebody, look, I'm going out hill walking, this is the path I'll be taking, this is the time that I'm leaving at, and this is the time that I will be back from. If you don't hear from me by then, it's quite obviously I'm in trouble and get help. If you fail to do those things, and if you get injured or you get lost or if something happens to you, then your chances of survival are going to decrease. You're going to be unprepared for the challenges that lie ahead, like building a shelter, lighting a fire, having food, and having a method of rescue, like having a mobile phone. Or if you fail to tell somebody that you're going out hill walking, then nobody knows where you are, and that will delay delay the search, and it would mean that the search party has a bigger area now to cover, because they don't know exactly what route you are taking. At least if you tell somebody where you're going and the path you're taking, at least they'll be able to get into touch with the emergency services, and they can narrow down the search area to around the area that you're going, and they don't have that big area to search, so it increases the chances of them finding you quicker than it would be if they had to search a bigger area. And these are all things to think about. Before you get into that survival situation, before you get lost somewhere, it is always important to put the most important things first, and that is the plan. You fail to plan to fail. Remember, this is your life that's going to be at risk when you go out into remote areas, when you go up the hills, when you go mountaineering or rock climbing, or or if you're going sailing, or if you're going to basically to engage in any activity in the outdoors, you are always going to be at risk from injury or getting lost, or you will be involved sometime in your life in a situation that will be require you to have survival training skills that you need to use. And this is the real issue here, is that we need to analyse these things that happen, even if we have to search online and realise that these things have happened to people, and check out the survival rate. It will also give you a very clear image of what the risk is. It will also give you knowledge. It will also give you things that you might see. Well, how about if this situation happened to me? How would I react to it? How will I deal with that situation? Because it's very easy to get fooled by that, oh, it will never happen to me. It's very easy to get into that mindset. And it's also very dangerous as well. Because once you become once you become confident, and you be when you become consistent in your thinking that, oh, nothing will happen, oh, I'm fine, I've been out in the woods so many times, I always came back and nothing bad has ever happened, I never got lost. That consistently it breeds failure, in a sense, because when you get into that situation that you will need these skills, you won't have them. But whereas you get into the mindset, how about if something does happen? How about if I get injured, or if a friend get injured? What would I do? And you will go away and research into first aid, survival skills, how to build a shelter, how to get a fire started, how to purify water, how to do the basic things that will keep you alive. I'm just putting this audio out to just get you thinking about survival and how important it is. Thanks very much for listening.